Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore some wisdom.
Well, today we're tackling someone who's, well, let's just say he's got a unique perspective on life. Admiral William H. McRaven.
Oh, yeah. Navy SEAL, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. And we've got two sources here, both packed with his advice on, well, pretty much everything: leadership, resilience, you name it. But it goes way beyond, just the typical military stuff.
It's really about how he takes these intense experiences and turns them into like universal life lessons.
Totally. So we're going to unpack all that, see what we can learn, what we can apply to our own lives, even if we're not, scaling walls and swimming with sharks and all that.
Right, exactly. Because that's what's so cool about his approach. It's like he's saying, look, the principles I learned in the SEALs, they can work for anyone, anywhere.
Okay, so one of the things McRaven talks about a lot is this idea of starting your day with a win. And he uses this very specific example, making your bed.
Yeah, like every morning, no matter what.
And I'll admit, when I first heard this, I was like, really? Making my bed? That could have changed my life. But then, as I dug into it, it started to make sense.
It's kind of like symbolic, right? It's not just about having a tidy room.
Right. One of the sources even called it an act of defiance against chaos. Like you're starting your day by taking control of something, even if it's something small.
Exactly. And that sense of control, that feeling of accomplishment, it can have this ripple effect throughout your day. You make your bed, you feel good, and then you're like, all right, what else can I tackle?
It's almost like that first small win gives you the momentum to keep going.
Right. It builds that self-efficacy, that belief in your own ability to get things done. So I'm curious, what's something you could do every morning, something small but meaningful, that would set you up for a more productive day?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, think about it. It doesn't have to be huge, just something that gets you in that positive, action-oriented mindset.
Okay, so we've got this make your bed thing for a sense of personal accomplishment. But then McRaven throws another curveball: teamwork. He's big on it.
Oh, huge. He emphasizes it constantly. You can't go it alone no matter how tough you think you are.
And he learned this firsthand in SEAL training, right?
Yeah.
Where you're literally depending on your teammates for your survival.
Exactly. And he carries that lesson into everything he does. It's about building trust, camaraderie, knowing that you've got people you can count on.
Which, when you think about it, it applies to all of us, right? Whether it's at work, in our families, our communities, we all need that support system.
It makes you think about who your crew is, those people you really rely on. And how are you nurturing those relationships? Are you showing up for them the way they show up for you?
That's deep, man.
It is. And McRaven doesn't sugarcoat things either. He's very upfront about the fact that life isn't always fair. He even has this whole anecdote about sugar cookies and SEAL training brutal stuff.
Oh, yeah, I read about that. Basically, like a punishment where you get soaked, rolled in sand, and then have to stand at attention for hours.
Brutal. And his point is, you're going to get those sugar cookie moments in life. You're going to face
Right.
setbacks, unfairness, things you didn't deserve.
But it's not about dwelling on the unfairness, right? It's about how you react to it. Do you let it break you, or do you learn from it and move on?
That's the key. It's that resilience, that ability to bounce back. We all face challenges, but it's about choosing how we respond to them.
And you know what? That ties into another big theme: embracing failure.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember one of the sources quotes McRaven directly on this. It says, embracing failure as a stepping stone is crucial for long-term success.
That's powerful stuff because it's not about avoiding failure. It's about seeing it as a necessary part of growth.
And McRaven is a great example of this himself, right? He's open about his own failures, the mistakes he's made. He uses them as learning opportunities.
Exactly. It's that growth mindset in action. It's like, okay, I messed up. What can I learn from this? How can I do better next time?
So what about you? What's one failure that you can look back on and say, you know what, I learned something valuable from that?
Everyone's got one of those, right? It's just a matter of reframing it, seeing it not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone to something better.
Okay, so we've talked about starting with wins, relying on others, embracing failure, but now we're getting to the really hardcore stuff,
Mm-hmm.
embracing the suck.
Oh, yeah, this is where McRaven really gets real. And it's not about like seeking out suffering or anything like that.
It's more about recognizing that there are going to be times when things are just plain tough, uncomfortable, maybe even a little scary.
Right. It's about those moments when you want to quit, when you're tempted to take the easy way out, but instead you push through, you embrace the challenge.
And the reason you do that is because you know that growth happens outside that comfort zone. It's when you're tested, when you're pushed to your limits, that you discover what you're truly capable of.
Think about your own goals, your aspirations. What's one suck you need to embrace to get there? What's one thing that's holding you back that you need to confront head on?
It's a powerful question, for sure. And it kind of leads us to McRaven's final lesson, which is about what to do when things get really, really tough. He says, that's when you need to shine the brightest.
It's about rising above the challenge, staying calm under pressure, never giving up hope.
And hope, I think, is a key theme here. It's that belief that things will get better, that you can overcome any obstacle.
What helps you stay hopeful during tough times? Is it your faith, your loved ones, a sense of purpose? Whatever it is, hold on to it tight.
I think what's so inspiring about McRaven's message is that it's ultimately a message of empowerment. It's about recognizing the strength we all have within us to persevere, to overcome adversity, to achieve great things.
The key is to take these insights, these lessons, and actually apply them to our own lives. What small steps can we take today to cultivate resilience, build stronger relationships, and face our challenges head on?
So if making your bed is that first step towards a more intentional life, what's the next step you can take? What action can you take right now, no matter how small, to build a more resilient and fulfilling life?
Remember, even the smallest actions can create ripples of change.
That's it for this deep dive, folks. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep learning, and keep embracing the suck.